heart the snow descends, silent whispers from the winds as they bend. Candles flicker in each ancient tower, the night holds a mystic power. Moonlight dancing on the frozen ground, echoes of nights long lost and found. Armored shadows in the frosty night, roses steal under pale moonlight. Winter weaves a spell so fine and deep, the city breathes and ancient spirits keep guarding tales of old with every breath. Blood, brothers, honor, even in death. Hearts are warm in the stone embrace, stories told by a crackling blaze. Children dreaming of heroic quests in the city where legends rest. Snowflakes landing on a solemn cross mark the places of triumph and loss. Chills that whisper of a time before, hollow moments that we adore. Winter weaves a spell so fine and deep, the city breathes and ancient spirits keep guarding tales of old with every breath. Blood, brothers, honor, even in death.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Inner Sleuths live stream. Today we got a pretty special stream that's going to happen here. It's going to be a two-part stream. We're going to start off going over the patch notes, which I was really tempted to do here at like 2 in the morning when the patch notes came out. I think it was like 2:30 actually. I was really just about to do it then, and I'm like, no, everyone's sleeping. We'll wait till later. So we're going around closer to our usual time so we can get you guys in here. But we're going to be going over the patch notes first, and once we're done going over the patch notes and talking about all the things we want to talk about, we're actually going to hop in-game during this same stream, so it's kind of a little special edition podcast. Now, I know podcasts are normally just for audio, but they've started to have visuals more and more, so we're going to do a little bit of a hybrid here. Let me know what you guys think about it. Whenever there's patches like this that are going to implement features that we can then hop in and test right away, like these patch notes, then maybe we'll start doing that more. But it's really great to see you all here today. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Let's see, who do we got in chat here? We got a bunch of people. We got Ange, we got Waylo, Agaris, EOTB, Bean, Jade, Salty, Phoenix, Moose, Ryan, Mars Roma, Maven, Neo Spy. Great to see you guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Really appreciate you. Huge shout out to all of my channel members as well, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. If you guys would like to support the channel and support my work because you like what I'm doing here, you like what I'm doing in the whole scene of PAX Day, click that join button down below and become a member yourself. If you are not yet eligible to receive gifted memberships, a lot of gifted memberships go out on my channel. Pretty much every single stream, there's like a gifted membership of some sort. So all you have to do is click the join button, and this is completely free. It just makes you eligible to receive gifted memberships. Click the join button, click the 3 dots in the top right corner, click gifting options or whatever it says there. There's some option that says something like that, and then make sure it's toggled on to make sure that you are enabled to be able to receive free gifted memberships. That costs you nothing to do right there. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Before we get into all the news, a couple of our announcements. We have the Festival of Realms coming up Saturday, January 25th. It's going to take place in the heart of Bloodhaven, right in Tremen. So make sure you guys mark your calendars. Only a couple days left. We have a ton of really fun stuff to do at this festival. I think you guys are really going to have a good time. We've done this before. It's a seasonal festival. We will have the Freedom Feast, the Moonlit Market, the Fabled Forge, the Luminous Vigil, the Shifting Grove Labyrinthine. We're going to have archery. We're going to have all kinds of gifts and prizes and stuff for people. It's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you guys come on out. Salty with the first out of 5 super chats, so we haven't even gotten into the news yet. Salty is on fire. Salty says, I found this blessing that sends $10 to YouTube creators. It only costs 10 grace. Spam it. Spam it. If that cost grace. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much, Salty. Really appreciate you. But yeah, guys, come on out to tell all your friends as well. Anybody who wants to. I want everyone to come, have a good time, enjoy all the festivities we have, mingle with everyone, and just enjoy the world of PAX Day. So if you want to have some fun, come on out to the Festival of Realms, Saturday, January 25th, 2025. Everybody is welcome. And it's going to be a pretty good time. It's going to be streamed as well, so you guys can tune in. If you're not able to make it, you can tune in and check all the festivities there. I look forward to seeing you guys on the 25th in just 2 short days. I was not expecting to get a patch right before the Festival of Realms, but I'm glad we did because it fixed a lot of lag and stuff from what I hear. In Bloodhaven, we build pretty respectfully. We don't use excess build pieces just for anything, but it was really the sheer volume of people that we have here and all of the flowers and stuff. So it seems like they've dialed that in a little bit. Guys, if you would like to join our community and you see how much fun we're having, you want to join, maybe you want to join the Order of the Blood Brothers, or if you just want to become a verified member, you can head over to our Discord, type !Discord in chat. Now you will get a link over to the Cheeky Buggers United community Discord server. That's where we all hang out. It's where we play all kinds of games. We just chill and have a good time. We mostly play PAX Day. I'm not gonna lie, it's the main focus. Obviously, it's why you all are here today. That's our main content right there on the channel. So if you guys want to have some fun with us, come on over there. Even if you just want to hang out. But then if you'd like to take it to the next level and you'd like to become a verified member, all you have to do is type !website in chat right now, and you'll get a link over to www.cheekybugger.net. That's our website where you can submit an application. You can become a verified CBU member, which means any private servers we host in the future, any clans, guilds, or anything like that for any games at all, you get instant access to all of that. We have a verification process. We vet you. And then once you're in, you're good to go. But it's our way of keeping out trolls and stuff like that and making sure that everyone's acting in good faith when they join our community, because we are a drama-free, very relaxed, very chill, mature community of gamers who just want to enjoy our time playing games. We don't like to deal with all the BS. So if that sounds like something you guys would enjoy, come on over, join the Cheeky Buggers United, join the Order of the Blood Brothers, take that blood oath, and stand against tyranny and evil in the PvP zone with us. It's been a big campaign of ours. We have the Bastion Concord, which is our PvP alliance. That is not just a handshake alliance. We don't do handshake alliances. It's you have to actually show that you are willing to go and put it all on the line and risk it for the biscuit, so to speak. We go out there and we do a bunch of PvP, and that's what the Bastion Concord is all about. Guys, check my recruitment video. We have a big PvP video with a giant PvP clash that took place where we absolutely mud stomped the competition. You guys are not going to want to miss that. Make sure you check it out. Last announcement before we get into this. There's a dungeon starting. If you guys want to partake in Tangia dungeons, all you have to do is have the Tangia page open, type !Tangia. I'll actually unpause it right now. But just have that page up and you can click join for free to join those Tangia dungeons, which you see off on the left right there. We are doing yet another giveaway. I know I'm fireballing at you guys here. We got a lot to cover today. These patch notes are kind of extensive. Then we're going to hop in game. So come with me on this ride, guys. It's going to be a quick one. We are giving away another copy of PAX Day. If you guys want a chance to win some more plots for yourself, if you know a friend or family member who wants to get into PAX Day, but they don't want to take the plunge just yet, win a free copy here on the channel. We've given away so many free copies of PAX Day now, trying to give back to the community and get PAX Day into the hands of people who maybe could not otherwise afford it. So I'm doing my best to give back to you guys and do these giveaways to have a little bit of fun here on the channel. So all you have to do to try and win a copy is be subscribed to the channel. So if you're not yet subscribed, click that subscribe button and leave a comment on any of my uploads. You just go back to any of my videos, leave a comment, you get an entry. You can only get one entry per video, so you can't leave multiple comments on the same video, but you can retroactively do it. Go back to all of my previous content during the month of January and just leave a hi. Doesn't matter what you say, gets you an entry. And then next month, the beginning of the month, we will pull up my program live and we pull who the winner is. And you guys get to see in real time who won a free copy of PAX Day. We have a subscriber goal of 2,000 in the top left corner. I don't know what we're going to do when we reach it. We absolutely blazed past 1,000 and we did a 24-hour subathon. It was insanity, but it was a lot of fun. I don't know what we're going to do when we hit 2,000, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Guys, let's get into this update now. I just absolutely fireballed my intro there because I'm excited for this. This has been a long time coming, and I am really excited to see not only this iteration, but also what it's going to mean in the future for PAX Day. There's going to be an expansion on this, I think, where they're going to be adding more and more features to it. But they start off by saying, well, this is Market Square Part 2. These are the patch notes. So these are actual patch notes. This isn't like this is what's coming next week. This is what they just added. At 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, this came live. 2:30, we got to see the patch notes. There was a couple people over on the official Discord. We were chatting back and forth. It was a little bit of fun waiting for this one to drop. But new features, Grace, essence of the divine's power. Grace is an ethereal currency central to the player's progression, rewards, and social systems in PAX Day. It symbolizes the divine's power, enabling you to perform miracles for yourself or those you care about. Interesting. I did not know that Grace was going to be enabling you to do stuff for other people as well. So can you do a blessing for somebody else? I've not hopped in and checked it out yet. We're going to answer all of these questions once we actually get into the game as well. We're going to do that at the end of this. After we get through these patch notes, we'll hop in game and we'll chat some more. So you're not going to want to miss this one. It's going to be a pretty special edition here. But apparently, you can perform miracles for yourself or those you care about. And how do you acquire Grace, you may be asking? So we've known for a while now that you're going to have this daily login. You're going to receive a small amount of Grace each day that just by logging in. Not my favorite systems, to be honest. It feels kind of like mobile gamey when it's like, oh, log in to get your daily bonus. Now, if it was log in and take care of like a daily quest or do something like how World of Warcraft does it, you got your dailies, you got your weeklies, you log in, you do something to earn a thing, but just logging in just feels a little cheap. I mean, people are going to be making scripts and stuff and bots that just auto log you in every day. At that point, it might as well just accrue and you get a certain amount every day and it gets saved in a little bank. And then when you log in, you get all of it at once. Let me catch up on a little bit of chat here. We got a couple messages. Mars Roma says, "Did you have a chance to check it out yet? Just curious." That was before the stream went live. We're gonna check that out at the end here. Mars. Neospy says, "With that was a tongue twister. With Grace now in PAX Day, enemies of the cultists might start second guessing their career choices." Or even the cultists might start second guessing their career choices. Mars says, "Nice, can't wait to try it out. Every time I make ruler's pauldrons, I get nervous with 62% success." Yeah, well, we know that you're going to be able to bump it up at least some increase because you're going to be able to get a +1 on your rolls, on your skill to make the roll a little bit easier. Kev, how's it going? Welcome into the stream, Kev. Great to see you. Maven says, "Submitted several F8 reports already because the foraging blessing doesn't work on my beloved bat flowers." Oh, no. That stinks. Yeah, I think there's going to be little inconsistencies like that. I've heard that some of the numbers have been reduced that you get from harvesting or foraging. And then you have to use the blessing to kind of get back to baseline. So yeah, some people are going to be a little burnt by it, but we're going to have to fully test it out to see what it's really all going to be about. But daily login, not really my favorite function for... It's not really my favorite function for earning Grace. I mean, it just seems like a little bit of a cop-out there. Gold exchange. This is the other part that I'm not really a big fan on. And we're going to talk about this a little more extensively because it's actually in our hands now. I'm not a fan. I don't really see the purpose of having gold be used to purchase Grace. Now, I understand they need a gold sink and they probably needed some way for you to earn it. I would like to be able to earn Grace by doing something in-game. And here's the reason behind that. They say Grace is non-transferable. They might as well just make it transferable because you can transfer gold, which is then used to purchase Grace. I don't know. You still have the lockout for how much you've earned in the day. So maybe that's the reason why. It just seems a little silly to me to have Grace be purchased with gold. I don't know. From a gameplay mechanic, it makes sense. But just from a realistic standpoint, it just seems a little odd to me. And that's just my opinion. You guys can have yours. Let me know what you think about it in chat here, because that's what these streams are all about, guys. It's my favorite thing to do is to interact with you guys and hear what you have to say about everything. So let me know how you feel about daily login, earning grace, and purchasing grace with gold. We can go more in depth on that too as we get further down into this. So there's going to be a sliding scale. All the grace that you buy in a single day will get more and more expensive as you purchase more. So let's say you start off with 100, which we'll find out once we log in at the end of this stream here. So you'll start off with maybe, let's say 100 for the day you log in. And then you can purchase another 100 for like 1,000 gold. And then maybe you want to purchase another 100 within that same 24-hour period. Maybe it costs you 2,000 gold. And it goes up and up and up and it scales. And then after 24 hours, it will reset. And it says real time. So I don't know if that's 24 hours server time or if it's 24 hours from when you purchased it. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Hopefully it's server time, because then it'll be the same for everybody and it's across the board and it's like this influx of resets. I'm not too sure. Maven says, like pulling dead bodies of your teammates? Did I miss something? Or wait, hold on. Maven, this is unrelated, but maybe it says, what? I'm here for brisket and I was told we'd get plushies. Ryan says the curve is very steep for gold to grace. That's what I've heard. I haven't checked it yet. Again, we're going to check this ourselves firsthand here pretty soon. But that is what I've heard, that it's very, very steep. Silent, how's it going? Welcome into the stream, brother. Let's continue through these patch notes because we have quite a bit here and I want to get in game to check it out myself. How grace works. Once obtained, grace can be spent to perform miracles that provide powerful abilities, bonuses, or practical utilities. There's no limit on how much grace you can accrue, and your total grace pool is shared across your characters. Okay, so we were kind of right, Ryan, when we were discussing last night. There's going to be a threshold in which it makes sense to buy grace and where it doesn't make sense to buy grace. Maybe it's 1 or 2 purchases. I'm not too sure just yet. But when you log in, you'll get your free grace, and then you can buy a couple bonuses of grace, and then you're going to want to wait till the next day, probably, is how it's going to end up being. Because of the steepness of the curve on purchasing it. And then you can accrue more grace. So you can keep that grace and it'll roll over. You're not just going to lose grace because the next day came. German 3D printing nerd, how's it going? Welcome into the stream. Salty Veteran says it looks like the future rezzing a friend will cost a blessing. I don't know. I skimmed through these a little bit and it seemed like they were just moving those to that menu so you didn't have to have the B menu anymore. But maybe those will be like free blessings in certain zones and then cost you something in other zones. Maybe in the Heartlands where we're protected, you'll be able to res for free. But if you die in the Wildlands, it'll cost you something to res somebody. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. That would be the only reason I would think that they would move it in there, would be to consolidate the UI a little bit. Imperial Orc, how's it going? He says, good afternoon, Void. Good afternoon to you, Imperial. Welcome into the stream. We finally have grace in our hands. At least the first iteration, and it's going to be pretty exciting to check it out. It's a hybrid stream, guys. For those of you who are just tuning in, we're going to be going in-game here in a little bit after we get through the patch notes, and it's going to be a little bit of a dual stream here. EOTB says, I feel like pulling team members under grace for res. Oh, the free one, like pulling team members under grace for res. I think that's because eventually it's going to cost something in certain areas, maybe. Same with teleportation. They said that for now, the teleportation is not going to change and it's going to remain free. But what if you're out in the Wildlands and you use it? Maybe now it costs a little bit of grace. Who knows? Just a little bit of theory craft there. Ryan says, I think for me personally, around 50 to 7 extra grace seems reasonable. And again, I have no idea what these numbers or anything really mean just yet. I have no tangible experience with it. But once I hop in at the end of this stream, we'll check it out together and we'll see how we feel about all of it. Maven says, you can help your friends with acts of grace by resurrecting them. I could see Pax making this feature come with a cost later on. Oh, so that's the feature right now on how you help your friends. Yeah, and like I said, maybe it will... Oh, 50 to 70. Maybe it will eventually be, you're in the PvP zone or you're out in the Wildlands or you're in one of those contested regions which aren't in the game just yet. Maybe those will cost something. Who knows? UTB says nothing so far for actually applying, says +1 on gathering or something else. Ryan says woodcutting blessing is straight fire. That's what I've heard. I heard the wood one's gonna be really, really great for filling up those charcoal kilns. Salty Veteran says at Ryan, I agree, Ryan. File dupe my charcoal burner in no time. Oh, fill up my charcoal burners in no time, Salty says. Yeah, I think that one's going to be one of the most useful ones. I'm wondering if the mining one equates over to stone as well. Does that work for stone? Because I have a little project going on where I'm going to need a lot of stone. All right, let's continue through these patch notes. And if you guys are new here, don't be shy. Hop in chat. Let me know what you guys think about these different features and different things that we're touching on. That's what this is all about here. So obtain grace by performing, or to give you, yeah, okay, we read that one. So you can track your current grace balance in the grace menu and unlock its potential to shape your journey in PAX Day. Grace will be developed and become more prominent with future patches. So they're going to be adding, right now we have like minor blessings, I think. We're probably going to get major blessings and things like that as well, and probably a bunch that will do different things. Miracles. Unlocking divine powers. Miracles are powerful and thematic abilities designed to enhance your experience in PAX Day. Whether you're focused on exploration, crafting, combat, or socializing. Wait a minute. Combat? They originally said that miracles and blessings are not going to be combat related whatsoever. But now it says combat right here. What's up with that? That's concerning. Because, here's my concern. Gold is subject to real money transactions. Gold is used to buy grace. Thus, you can pay to win if there's combat involved. I'm really curious. Maybe it's going to be skills like skill increase. But even then, if your skill increase with with swords or something above what the max is, you're going to be doing more damage than someone else, which means that if your whole team pays for the combat blessing, you're going to be able to win PvP a lot easier. That's a little concerning. I guess we're going to have to see what they mean by that. They previously said that there was no combat at all with any of this. I still thought that it had combat implications because if you can teleport more places faster, you can win battles. So it's still kind of, maybe there's a call to arms. Hey, we need help. Okay, well, we don't have any grace, but the other team has grace. They get there first. You guys lose the battle and you lose your whole castle or something out in the baronies. Who knows? I mean, that's just one example. But if there's going to be direct combat implications to this, it's going to get a lot more interesting. We're going to have to really keep our eye on that. EOTB says, yes on stone, 100% fully tested. That's perfect. Perfect. Stone, but not sand. Wood cutting hits wood, but not, gets more wood, but not resin. Gotcha. Okay, so it's just the actual material in which you're probably trying to go after. So like you're not going to get more gems per se. You'll just get more stone or iron or something like that. Salty says, seems to apply to the stone, but not the gemstones. Okay, yeah, so exactly. Jade says, animation for teleportation is different. I think it's way better. No way! They finally changed our we got to take a shit animation. That's what it looked like. You were just... looked like you were just dropping one. Oh man, I'm glad to hear that's changed. We'll check that out as well. But it says there's miracle for every playstyle and level of wealth. See, that's the thing that just really bugs me is the level of wealth thing. Now I get it if gold was just earnable in game, but gold is going to be subject to real money transactions, and it's almost coming down to there's going to be a miracle for every level of real money transaction wealth. Like how much money do you have in real life that you want to blow on the game through microtransactions on a third-party website? That's what I'm really concerned about. And I'm not trying to be cynical about it. It's just it's an actual concern of mine because whenever a game becomes pay to win or has an avenue of pay to win, it just it loses something from me. It really it can take away from it. Ryan says, yes, poop porting is changed, which is great. Great, that's awesome. UTB says, yes, now you are Earthbender for teleport. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So you do like some hand signs or something? Ryan says, largest stockpile of gold I've seen so far is about 130K. And like, I don't really know. I still don't really know what the purpose of it is because are you just going to blow it all on grace? It's really the only useful thing for the gold, to be honest. I mean, 21 million for 450 grace? That's just ridiculous. No, how the hell would you ever have 21 million? Like what the actual, that just seems nuts. EOTB says, and when you buy grace, you pray emote. It'd be nice if you didn't. I'd get a little bit of a different. I mean, it makes sense because you're literally getting it from the divine. But again, we have our own RP, and maybe one of our RPs is to a different deity that doesn't have thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it looks. We'll go in game and we'll check it out. Salty says yes, or Salty says at God's Silent Grace, yes, I would expect to see market prices increase. Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be 21 million for 450 Grace, I mean, that's a bit ridiculous. How do you even make that much gold? Like, we go into dungeons all the time, and we have like in the 20s of thousands. I purchased a bunch of stuff from some people in town just to have fun with gold, and I had like over 20K, but that's like running so many dungeons. How are you going to get 21 million gold? That just seems crazy. But let's continue through here. They say there's miracles for every playstyle and level of wealth. They allow you to perform supernatural feats, receive divine blessings, and harness extraordinary powers to shape your journey. Cost and accessibility. Most miracles require grace to cast, though some of them are free. Notably, familiar abilities like home teleport and corpse summoning miracles previously in the utility menu, which was under T, are now integrated into the miracle menu and remain free of grace cost. Now hear me out. I think the reason those are staying free is because they didn't want to have a negative connotation to these miracles and stuff. I think at some point these will probably cost something. I still fully think that the teleporting will probably evolve into, if you want to teleport to a certain stella or if you want to teleport to a certain homestone, it's going to cost you more depending on what you're carrying, because that's what they've said in the past. The farther the distance and the more things you're carrying that are of rare material, of rare quality, it's going to cost you more to teleport. So I think that they're getting ready for that, but I think if they would have dropped the Grace update and then also made it cost something to revive and to teleport, people would have raged. Like it would have been riots, because they would have not been happy with that, especially when we don't have mounts just yet. But I think once we have mounts, getting around is going to be a lot less teleporty and a lot more traveling on your mount, because you'll get around a lot faster. Just my opinion. Silence says $5,000 for a bastard sword. Maybe. Could be. Let's see what else we have in here. You can access your miracles menu by pressing T. So they basically taken the utility menu and turned it into the miracle menu now. When you press T, it's going to open up your miracles, and that's where you can do your teleporting and all your other things like that. Sabella, how's it going? Welcome into the stream. Really great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Sabella says, I would do anything for a horse in this game. I think a lot of people would. I think many, many people would. Introducing new miracles. So here's the actual miracles that we're going to get in-game. The first wave of new miracles in this patch focuses on boosting your gathering and crafting efficiency. These essential blessings are automatically granted to all players. They did say that right here. Some blessings and miracles are going to have to be unlocked. Additional miracles will be introduced over time, many of which will require exploration and progression to unlock. Now, I have a theory on this. I think that, what about those eyes that are on the maps, those unique POIs that are in each province? What if those are places that you can go and visit, and they'll be heavily guarded, or maybe they'll have a boss or something, and then you can interact with something at that location to unlock a certain type of miracle? Just a theory craft, just a guess, but I think that'd be pretty interesting. Kev says 21 million is laughable. The items in game are extremely limited in the sense that most everyone already has them. That much gold for Grace only points in one direction, buying it. Nice play on microtransactions. Yeah, and that's what I'm worried about. I think it's 100% laughable. I think it's completely erroneous, and I think they maybe did it because they didn't want us purchasing so much right now, and it's not balanced and tuned in. But yeah, it's completely busted, and I don't want to see people going to third-party sites in order to purchase Grace. So I'm right there with you, Kev. I think that it's a little bit of a joke at that point. But if we just take it for what it is, maybe we're not supposed to be buying Grace just yet, Ryan says, this would be a great place to make books relevant. Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree, Ryan. Absolutely, 100%. That'd be really, really cool. Let's see what else they say here. New miracles, gathering, and profession blessings. So this is the actual nitty-gritty on all of these different blessings. So the gathering blessings increase the efficiency of specific resource gathering activities, offer bonus yield when active. These blessings have a duration of 1 hour and can be refreshed by recasting the same miracle. Different gathering blessings can be used simultaneously, which I don't think that'd be very efficient though. I think you're going to want to do these one at a time for the most efficiency because you're going to fill your inventory with whatever you're looking for. You're not going to get like the wood one and the mining one. I guess you could, but it just seems more efficient to do focus only on wood for an hour, focus only on stone for an hour. Just would make the most sense to maximize the blessing and maximize your grace. But it looks like they're going to last for an hour like we saw in those little clips. And they're going to increase your yields. Now, I have heard reports that some of these gatherings have been reduced baseline. So that way when you use the blessing, now it's what we are used to. So they kind of got a nerf in a way. Hopefully it's not too many of them, but I have heard that a lot of them, some of them have gotten nerfed. So let's say you used to get 5 berries before when you harvest. Now you'll get like 1 or 2, and you have to use the blessing to get 5 again. So it's kind of a little bit of a nerf there. Ryan says you can pay 21 million for 450 now, or spend like 2,000 over 9 days for the same amount. So yeah, they've made it to where it's a little bit of a sliding scale. Well, it's a lot of a sliding scale, but 2,000 over 9 days, that comes out to the same math there, Ryan, for 21 million for 450 now, or spread it out over 9 days and spend 2,000. So they really, really don't want people going super deep into it, I guess. Maybe the 21 million, you're just not supposed to reach the 21 million then. I mean, that's the soft cap. It's a soft cap because you can go past it if you somehow could get 21 million gold, but you're not really meant to. That's kind of the grace it looks like that they're wanting us to stay around. Silent says, Sib, a horse and a fishing pole is all I truly want. I think a lot of people are right there with you, Silent. I think a lot of people want fishing poles and horse. Let's see what these blessings are. We have, starting off here, where is it? Bountiful Harvest. Increased yield from gathering plants, mushrooms, and other gathering nodes. The Prospector's Blessing boosts yields from the mining nodes. Nature's Favor enhances yield from tree chopping. Hunter's Favor yields increase from skinning, aka the high drops. So those are your different gatherings. You have one for herbs, you have one for mining, tree chopping, and skinning. All of your gatherings are covered right there. Profession Blessings. Profession Blessings temporarily enhance the crafting skill, increasing the success rate of the crafting tasks, and in turn accelerate XP gain. I guess it could help you get more XP if you're able to bridge the gap between some hard crafts. These blessings do not impact XP reward directly or unlock recipes, as the base skill is used for those purposes. Different profession blessings can be active at the same time. So just like the gathering ones, you can basically activate all these if you wanted to all at the same time, which again can come back to that pay to win. Because if let's say the server's wipe and we leave early access right now. If you go onto a third party's transaction site and you're buying all the gold that gold sellers are putting out, or you're buying a bunch of items and stuff for real life money and then turning around and selling them on your auction or on your market stalls for gold, you can take that gold, turn it into blessings, keep those blessings up 24/7 on your crafters, thus getting them to max level much faster than your competition because you've opened your wallet. That's my concern, and I hope that makes sense. It really is a concern of mine. So they say that it can in turn accelerate your XP gain here by, allowing you to craft things a little bit better. These blessings do not, and this is only minor. Keep in mind, there's going to be ones that are probably giving you more than +1s as you get the major blessings. These blessings do not impact XP rewards directly for unlocks. So it's basically the base of the skill level that's going to be doing that. Different profession blessings can be active at the same time. So again, you can have all of them going. If 2 blessings boost the same skill, because we see down here, weaponsmithing gives blacksmithing and armor smithing gives blacksmithing. So they both give blacksmithing a +1 as well as armor or weapon, depending on which one you're going into. They do not stack though, it looks like. So if 2 of the blessings are the same, are boosting, only the strongest buff applies. So they're talking about the armors and weapons blessings here. They both give blacksmith, but they won't stack. I think that's kind of a missed opportunity. I think maybe they should be able to stack. I can't really see a reason why they shouldn't be able to. Because what if you're really trying to do blacksmithing really hard? You could do maybe double dip on it, maybe. And because blacksmithing is kind of one of those in between where it's used for so many things that it's not really a profession all on its own. Let's catch up on a little bit of chat here. Kev says, good point, Ryan. EOTB says, we are suspect that tool gathering versus handpicking axe or pickaxe versus gathering flowers seems nowhere near equal in amounts, less on flowers. Interesting. I wonder if they were getting ready to implement herbalism or something. And maybe that's why. Maybe we're technically at a baseline of 0 for herbalism and they're getting ready to implement something like that. Just a thought. I have no idea. Kev says, I'll most likely just log in daily and bank the grace. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing that just feels a little cheap to me. It feels like a mobile game. Log in to get your daily bonus. I'm just not a fan of that feature. I think there's a much more creative way that they could come up with, Mainframe. I think there's a much better way that you can keep players actually engaged and not just trying to boost your daily login numbers. That's just my opinion, though, you know. Sunny says, remember when I said, what if they add crafting XP boosting potions? Here it is. Well, in a way, yeah. In a way, yeah, Sonny. Absolutely. The grace login is based on server time, not login time. I think that's a good thing, though. I think it should be server time. Kev says, oh, that works for me. I spend 12 hours a day online. Oh, yeah. If they made it like merit-based. I think it should be merit-based, to be honest, and not just you log in. So let's see, what are all these different blessings? I mean, they're going to touch on all of the categories of the game, right? So we have alchemists, who gives you +1. All these give you +1. Baking, carpentry, cooking, jewelry, tailoring, winemaking, armor also gives you blacksmithing. Weapon also gives you blacksmithing. And then you have the hunter's blessing, which gives you leatherworking and fletching. So some of them, like cooking, that's cooking and charcuterie. Winemaking is winemaking and brewing. Armor and weapons also include blacksmithing, and then hunting blessing is leatherworking and fletching. So you're kind of getting a bonus there. If you're working on leatherworking and fletching, they kind of go hand in hand a little bit, it looks like. All right, future plans. In the future, higher tier versions of the blessings will be introduced. These upgraded miracles will offer greater benefits coming at a higher grace cost and may require unlocking through exploration and progression. We also plan to introduce other types of miracles, such as ones that facilitate traveling. Miracles are just the beginning of what PAX Day has in store. Let the divine guide you on your path. I'm going to let Valskavard guide me along the path. I really hope they open up the religion to not just be, here's this divine religion. You have no choice. Sabella says, it would be cool if instead you got a little bit of grace each time you gained a level in a skill. Higher in the skill, the more grace you earn maybe. But then, Sabella, it would limit when once you're max skill, you won't be able to get any more grace because you're maxed out. And that would kind of push people towards wanting to do all of the professions themselves in order to gain more grace. I think that they should be pushing people towards specializing in something as opposed to trying to do everything themselves. But yeah, I feel like if it was based on your levels gained, then anyone who's max level just would not be able to gain any extra grace. Ryan says the flip side of the login being a bad thing is you can, if busy, log in a few or more times a week, and then when you're playing, you can take advantage of the grace you've accrued. I see, here's the thing. Why don't they just make it to where every single day you get like 100 grace or something, or 10 grace, or whatever the daily login is, just give it to people into a quote unquote bank and make it a weekly thing. As long as you log in on, like World of Warcraft does on Tuesday, their weekly reset, you log in on Monday, you get all the grace from the whole week, you accrue it all up, now you can use it, do it, I don't know, because even that has problems, right? That's not a perfect system either. I just feel like it should be earned. I like when games make you earn stuff and don't just, hey, log in, get your bonus, purchase the real money transaction or microtransactions. Like there's a lot of games that have microtransactions that really just are off-putting because you don't have to earn the stuff in game. You just buy it, you know? Sabella says, that's true, be very limiting. Salty says, Grace helped me achieve 100% success rate for bracers I was making this morning, level 32, and I'm only level 31. Relieved I couldn't fail for crafting for 10 gold. Or 10 grace, I mean. Is that grace? It cost you 10 grace? Is that what it cost to get these things? So in the future, guys, they're going to be having higher tiers of these. We're going to have to really keep our eye on how this is going to evolve. I'm concerned that they said combat up above. I don't know really what that means for the future of the game because they said there was not going to be any combat blessings. So apparently there's going to be now, and there's going to be greater blessings. There was a bunch of changes and fixes. We're going to fireball through these so that we can hop in game and mess around with the grace and show you guys firsthand what it's all about. Ange says, fight a world boss and earn it, or a territory boss. Yes, please, please, please. I loved how Guild Wars did their player interactions with the community. They had big community events that you could partake in. It was like escort this thing here, kill this baddie over here, slay the dragon there, do this PvP thing here. There could be something for everyone in all avenues, but if you partake in that community thing, you should then earn some grace, I think. There's so many better ways to do it, guys. A lot of better ways to do it. I really hope that they reconsider that. Let me know what you guys think too in chat, so that way Mainframe knows what you guys are thinking as well. Sunny says daily tasks can reward people for engaging in the game. Now just logging in, logging off. Oh, not just logging in, logging off, I think is what you meant, Sunny. Yeah, and that's my point. If they have daily tasks, it could be like, I don't know, because I don't want it to be something trivial like purchase something from a stall. That's a little silly, and it still goes back to gold then. But if it was like achieve something in game, kill this many enemies, or harvest this many things. I don't know. They can make an achievement for every person in the game for every avenue, and you get to do like one of them, so you can focus on the type of gameplay that you enjoy and go earn your grace. I don't know. There's a way to make it more engaging. But let's go through these changes and fixes, and then let's hop in game and let's see it all firsthand for ourselves, right? So changes and fixes. Markets. Fix an issue where detailed panels would not refresh when purchasing an item. Fix an issue that would cause items to be dropped if the user attempted to drag and drop an item stack into the market stall UI. Fixed an issue where the market at full capacity message was shown erroneously. Fixed a crash that could occur when dismantling a market stall while the market's tutorial pop-up is open. Hovering over an empty inventory slot no longer shows select market stall item in the details panel. An escape button prompt was added to the market stall tutorial screen. Fixed an issue where it is possible to trigger and purchase without sufficient gold, or trigger a purchase without sufficient gold, which resulted in an error pop-up with missing text. Oh, okay. I've never actually seen that one. That's interesting. Fixed an issue that prevented the inventory backpack icon from updating when creating sell orders. The original slot now remains selected when moving an item from an inventory slot to another. The market stalls settings button now has corresponding button prompt. Fixed an issue where various market stall pop-up windows were missing button prompts. The sell button is now correctly grayed out when the market stall is at capacity. Fix an issue that made closing market error message pop up challenging to close in some cases. Button prompts for scrolling up and down have been changed to from text to icons. So those are all of your market changes and fixes. Some pretty good stuff in there. A lot of bug fixes, and I think this patch is going to be undervalued by a lot of people because they're going to think, oh, it's just a couple blessings and miracles. I think those are pretty substantial, and I think the amount of bug fixes here, I mean, look at this. There's a lot. We need to go quick through these because there's so many. It's going to be a pretty good patch, I think, with all these fixes. So gear and crafting resources. Fixed an issue with a colorless gemstone centerpiece with a coronet. Fixed a material and mesh issue on the mantle. Fixed a performance issue when dragging items in inventory. Fixed an issue where entering the crafting menu would cause a hitch. For building, fixed performance issues on various flowers and plant assets. Thank you, Mainframe. I have heard that Bloodhaven is pretty much lag-free now because, again, we had a lot of flowers and stuff to spruce the place up because it's a very dense city. There's a lot of people there, but we don't use a lot of build pieces, so we don't create a lot of lag just simply from build pieces. It was from all these flowers and stuff, so hopefully we'll log in, we'll go check it out, we'll see how our frames are there. Fixed an issue that erroneously caused unsupported building elements to highlight green. That was kind of confusing for people. You'd go to place something and it would show it's green and then it would break. Even though, because it wasn't actually fully supported. EOTB says, no, it's not 100% for crafting. We tested level 40 item with 60 and adding +1 it still failed. So it's not 100%. Well, if it takes you from level 40 to level 41 and you're crafting a level 41 item, it should be 100%. Because you're the level that is required to make it trivial. or a guaranteed craft, right? Neospy says some people cannot afford more time in the game, and that would be imbalance if you got bonuses for playing all day, in my opinion. I don't like dailies and or feeding bots for scripting time played. Exactly, and that's why I don't think that well, let's be honest. The more you play a game, the further you're going to progress and the more rewarded you're going to be for playing. So that's why I think if they put grace behind playing the game, but still have it, you can only earn so much, it's going to reward people for actually playing the game. I don't think if I play 12 hours a day, I should have the same level of reward that you have for just logging in and logging out that day. What's my incentive to keep playing then, I guess? Like, what, you know what I mean? You should earn something for playing the game is my only point. If I log in, get 100, and you log in and get 100, I stay logged in for 12 hours trying to earn more grace, maybe through buying gold or getting gold, not buying gold, but getting gold and selling stuff. The gold curve is way too hard. Well, farm gold, in my opinion, yeah, but the gold curve is way too hard. I mean, who's going to get 21 million gold? I'm not going to farm 21 million gold, you know? So it's really the daily bonus and just a little bit of spending that really is going to get you. There's that sweet spot. You're only going to spend a little bit of gold each day to do maybe the first 2 bumps, and we'll test it. I'm going to buy some here today. Kev says, I do agree with Neo. Perhaps you can gift grace to people. Isn't the whole idea of grace a gift? Well, I think giving grace is more in the terms of you use your grace to boost someone, which I think is a good idea because then they actually need to physically be there by you. They need to literally be next to you in order for you to give them that blessing. So it's like, all right, come to the church. We have our priest and pastor or whatever you want to call it, and the druids, and they can bestow upon you a blessing. We kind of do that with the items right now as it is. If you have the magnificent leather pauldrons, people come and stop by you throughout the day to get the blessing when they're going to go fight and stuff. So it's a little bit along the lines of that. But I just don't think that, I think it's pretty much of I think it's kind of a shallow system in my opinion. If it's just go kill things or purchase gold from a third-party site to then dump into the grace system. But I don't know, I just don't like daily bonuses. It just seems cheesy. Log in, click a thing, get your grace, or log in, get your grace, log out. Next day, log in, get your grace, log out. Next day, log in, get your grace, log out. At that point, why not just let it, again, occur, or like, save it all up until the weekend, log in on the weekend, give you all the grace throughout the whole week. Why don't we just go that easy then? You know what I mean? Neo says they really need to allow turn in of items for grace. Turn in items for grace? What do you mean? Like sacrifice the items? That'd be interesting. That'd be really interesting, actually. Kev says, my place lags a bit. It'll be interesting to see if it's less laggy due to my flowers, etc. I think every place will be a little less laggy because the flowers are going to have been fixed a little bit. Let's see. Combat and world interactions. World interactions are now better prioritized based on proximity to the aim location. So targeting things. Your interactions with like opening chests and stuff should be a little bit easier. Fixed an issue where hurt to proc chance was incorrect. I wonder if that means it got buffed or nerfed. Was it too much or was it too little? Fixed an issue preventing the use of items in the hotbar while the inventory was open. That's going to be pretty good, actually. The transition animation when falling now appears more natural. That's good. Fixed an issue where resource harvesting would sometimes continue when switching between tools. That was an issue. Updated the animation that plays when teleporting to a Petra Day. Yeah, so that's good. Now you don't look like you're taking a dump. Fixed various PvE sites to prevent NPCs from spawning in unintended locations. Fadril, how's it going? Welcome into the stream, buddy. Fadril says, hello, Inner Sleuths and fellow blood brothers and allies. Kev says, oh, turn in an item you saved for recycling for grace. They did say there's going to be a recycling mechanic, but I don't think it's going to give grace. I think it's going to give you some of the materials back that you put in to make it in the first place, once we actually get it. Let's see here. Fix various PvE sites to prevent NPCs from spawning in unintended locations. This is a big one. Hopefully this means wolf caves aren't going to have the wolves spawning on top. Hopefully this means there's not going to be things spawning in walls and unobtainable kills and things hitting you through the floor. We've noticed quite a bit of that. So hopefully all of those are fixed. Did they fix, here's chat, did they fix the like hide your private messages thing? Because that is super, super annoying for me as a streamer. Let's see here. So they fixed an issue that sometimes prevented chat message from fading out automatically. The general chat feed now defaults to zone chat when joining the game. Fixed an issue where some localized strings might not fit properly in the chat UI. Fixed an issue where players' own messages were not indented properly. Fixed an issue that could cause the chat text field to not be focused when spamming the feed buttons. Fixed an issue that could cause the first chat message to appear or not appear erroneously. Social system messages will now show only in the relevant chat channels. Added the character's portrait, character name, and Discord name to the chat settings. Interesting. Okay. Hopefully they have some streamer features in here because I don't want to log in and just have a bunch of my info shown. Party invites no longer require the party to already exist. Ryan says, spawns I saw in the demon collar in the open this morning. That might be part of the wolf cave, but I haven't fully explored the cave to know. Made a note on its location, though, for testing. Oh, okay, good find. We have some UI fixes. Added the keybind for name randomization and character creation section screen. Fixed word wrapping for storage headers. Fixed an issue where the escape button was tiny on the some UI elements. Fixed an issue where build reticle would remain after death. Fixed an issue that caused the offset construction tooltip keybind to not show correctly. Some localization fixtures here. They modified the various text in English, French, and German and added various missing localization strings. And there are some known issues here. So these things we don't necessarily need to do F8s about. Although if you find something different but maybe similar to these, make sure you still report them. I think it's better to err on the side of caution and just get a report in. But these are things that they already know about. Grace. After validating, players can still change the grace for gold amount during an animation. There is no exploit here. The final amount for grace and gold are the ones considered. Okay, so it sounds like you can somehow make it seem like you're getting more grace or spending less gold or something like that, but the actual amounts don't, they work out properly apparently. Opening the miracles wheel should not prevent world interactions. Grace for gold action can be performed when falling. There's no miracle to prevent the fall damage. So apparently you could just do it while you're falling. I don't know why that's a big deal, but apparently they don't want you to. Oh, because then you could do the animation while you're in the air, but you still take the fall damage, I guess. Grace menu. Sometimes there's a visual glitch when closing the grace menu that may only be visible with low FPS. The crafting difficulty displayed is not updated correctly when a miracle is active. Okay, so there you go. EOTB, you were saying it's not guaranteed. This shows that it's just a bug. The crafting difficulty displayed does not actually correctly update. And I saw that in their little preview. I saw that in the preview that it didn't actually update in their video that we looked at. Was it yesterday or the day before? It's a display issue only. The system takes the miracle correctly into consideration. So yeah, if you go from 40 to 41 and you're trying to craft something that's 41, it should be guaranteed, I think, right? Because you're now at the correct level. So it is actually increasing. It's just not showing the increase. So just keep that in mind, guys. It is actually working according to them. I haven't tested it yet, but according to them, it is actually functioning as intended. PvE and dungeons. We are aware of the issue regarding some of the loot piles and dungeons that are too easily accessible. Yes, there's a huge, massive, unbelievably huge exploit. I would say that this is worse than Mez Fireball because you can just sit next to it now and get free tattards on 6 alts or more all the time on rotation. Go to one alt, loot it. Go to another alt, loot it. Go to another alt, loot it. Fill up your bag with tattards. Literally leave with thousands of tattards. It's a massive, massive issue. They need to get this fixed as soon as possible. It makes the tattered market completely destroyed, which then ruins the entire economy because it's really one of the only things that's worth buying with gold when you're at the end game. So it's a big problem, big problem. While some of them should now be better guarded, we are looking to make changes to all loot piles in the future so that players won't be able to get the loot without having made the required effort first. Good. Perfect. Yes, I'm really happy to see this. This needs to get fixed. This is the new Mez Fireball, unfortunately. Let's see here. Kev says, for me, a 7-second fall from my view deck gives me enough time to cast to call for grace. That's funny. That's freaking hilarious, man. Blimpy, you didn't miss most of the stream, man. We're going to be hopping in-game here to actually check it out in-game as well at the end. So we're getting down through the rest of these fixes and stuff, and then we're going to hop in-game, and I'm going to show you guys the grace firsthand. I haven't messed with it myself yet. A wall without collision is present in the corridor of Absterium Dungeon, so they know about that. Inconsistent camera behavior triggered the specific Zebian NPC proximity to attack animations. Interesting. There is some visibility issue in the submerged shadowed room in the Obelisk's dungeon. Casting a pacify spell on an already aggroed enemy results in the lulled animation, even though it's actively attacking them. Oh, okay. So it's just a visual thing, but that's interesting nevertheless. We need to get those loot piles properly secured, guys. Those need to be secured. They need to be difficult to get to. Crafting changes and fixes. Heartwood can be obtained with a blessing without the woodcutting level requirement. Wait, heartwood can be obtained with blessing without woodcutting level requirement. Is that a problem though? I guess, yeah, because that only increases your yield. It doesn't increase your skill level. Interesting. Okay. The description of basic distilling tools is incorrect. Both the name and the description should be amended. The leather brigadine is a solid shape with no holes from the neck and arms. 3 pairs of shoes lack ankle holes when examined. Leather pants are a solid shape with no holes for legs. That's interesting. Some UI fixes. The first one here, the E key displayed in the split stack window is non-functional. Clicking the button still works. Interesting. Pressing E closes the radial menu T. Multiple parts of the UI inventory are misleading. So these are issues. These aren't fixes, actually. These are known issues. There is 1 slot gap in the second line of the buff bar. Chat UI appears for a brief second upon opening the party and notification window. That's a problem because if it's not hiding my private messages, they have a lot of like privacy issues that are going on right now, and it makes it very hard to stream. Icons are not representative of all wearable variants. The receiver of the party invite also gets party invite has been sent message. That's interesting, which often persists. Ooh, that could get annoying for people when forming parties. Some other known issues. Characters. Character creator modified the base face overrides the pupils and iris size changes. Okay, so it'll reset. Make sure you guys, if you're making new characters, you check that. If you change the eyes and then change the face, it'll reset your pupil and iris size back to default, I guess. So change your eyes after changing your base face. Character creator neutral male body appearance is misrepresented by default. The button to randomize a name in character creator is always grayed out. Idling in the lobby when trying to create a character will show an empty region. Select screen and kick the user back to the login screen. Two-handed spears clip through the left fist. I'm happy to see that they're actually worried about clipping because that stuff really bugs me. Blimpy says, I logged in for my free 10 but did not try to buy any yet. I think I have a total of 191 gold. I'll have to start earning a bit each day. So you get 10 for logging in, and each blessing costs 10, so you only get 1 blessing per day of 1 hour. Interesting. The player retains their items after the first death due to fall damage on a newly created character. Interesting, okay. And then here's the last little bits here, guys. We have miscellaneous. Having HP and stamina recover simultaneously when cancel the logout, or may cancel logout timer. Summon party corpse and summon player corpse do not display an error before casting when there is no corpse or no corpse in range. Time of day transitions are heavily stepped, so it's going to be a little more smooth after they fix that, I guess, with noticeable jumps in lighting when observing shadows. Humanoid NPC eye movement is visible when in the dead state. That's creepy as shit. That's super creepy. The moon and stars no longer rotate in the night sky. Damn. I wonder why that would have happened all of a sudden. What would they have changed in this patch that would have made the moon and stars no longer rotate in the night sky? What bit of code would have even been touched with that unless they're working on something with weather or with something else behind the scenes? That's just my hypothesis, but why else would that have stopped working if they didn't do anything else with the night sky? Flippy says we're all going to die, run away. The last couple here, double-clicking on a custom marker on the map while a waypoint has been set will move the waypoint to the marker. The early access version text is misleading. The rest of the interface offsets it vertically. So that's all we have for today, guys, for these patches and stuff. Let's go ahead and hop right in. I'm super excited to hop into the game. Let's switch over. Let me get my game pulled up and let's hop in and check out what this actually looks like. We're just going to be checking the stuff from the Grace. And we're going to give it a little bit of a test. If there's anything you guys want to see me test directly, let me know now. Let me know if there's something you want me to specifically go out and make sure it's working, or you want to see how it's going to function. No streamer mode? No, I know, but I have to still turn off my private messages. Don't private message me right now because it'll pop up on stream until I get in to turn it off. But let's go see it firsthand. Let me know what you guys want to see if you're not able to hop in yourself right now. If there's something you want to see tested with it, or if you want to see some of the UIs and things, we're going to go over as much as we can here. All right, let me get into the world and let me switch over my screen. There we go. Loading in now. All right, it says welcome back. First thing I notice, let me hide this goal in the top left. First thing I notice is it says welcome back, you earned 10 grace. So there you go, you get 10 grace for logging in. Very interesting. The astute may notice that in the backdrop we have a little construction going on here, a little project. Oh, the Grace update went away and cleared automatically. Does that mean the worldwide package is going to do the same? Please say yes. Notifications fade now. Please, please, please. Come on. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to clear it myself. Let's see what happens, because the Grace one went away. The world wipe should go away as well, right? Unless they have it specifically hard-coded to force it to stay. Yeah, Blimpy, apparently there's a world wipe package. I don't think it's going to go away. You have to clear that one manually. Yeah, it's not going to go away. Damn, I was hoping that was going to go away. So let's see what happens when you press T now. So now T by default opens up your Grace menu here. And you can see how much Grace you have at the top center. I got 10 because I logged in. If you do tab now, there's a Grace tab right up here. Salty with the 2nd out of 5 towards our super chat goal. Salty says, this is a reminder that you have a world wipe package. Thanks, Salty, for the reminder. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, we have Grace up at the top now, and you click it. What is Grace? Grace is an ethereal account-bound currency. How can I use Grace? Grace represents the God-given power to perform miracles for yourself and those you care about. Miracles grant powerful abilities, bonuses, and utility. How do I access my miracles? You can access the miracles menu by using the following key. T, miracles menu. How do I obtain Grace? Each day you visit the world of Pax Day, your presence channels Grace into the essence of your soul. Additionally, you can perform offerings in the Grace menu to sacrifice some of your treasure and thereby earn additional Grace. Interesting. Okay, so there's the little in-game help menu about it. Look at this UI off on the right here. Select a node to perform the offer to gain Grace. That's worded weird. Select a node to perform the offering to gain Grace is how it should say. Yeah, select a node to perform the offering. That's what it should say. So how do we... Okay, so you can drag this. 240. Grace earned by this offering. Oh, this is 100% offering if you put it there. 21.25 million. It is server based, so that's good. Grace wheel resets in 16 hours. So you have to mark your time for server time. 10, 20. Oh, look at the offering. The offering's tiny for these guys. Look at this. This is where it starts to get steep. So they want you to get around, maybe pushing. They want you to get less than 100. They want you to get less than 100 per day, pretty much. The purchase of less than 100. Because no one's really going to, maybe some people will spend 1,800. So here's the thing. Are these all, does this only give you 10 more? Does this give you 10 and this one gives you 10 and this gives you 10? Or does this give you 10, this one gives you 20, this one gives you 30? That's the question. You can move the wheel how much you want. Watson says, can't wait to get home to play. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Watson, great to see you, buddy. Thanks for being a channel member. Thank you to all my channel members. Big shout out to you guys. But yeah, this is really interesting here, guys. Look at this. Grace earned by this offering, 10. Grace earned by this offering, 20. So let me do this one. This will cost 5 gold. So we're gonna spend 5 gold. We're gonna get 10 right here. Do our little pray here. Get our 5. There we go. Or get our 10. There we go. We got 10 grace. So now this part is lit up. Oh, and it skips it now. Yep, look at that. Now it skips over this node because we've acquired it. Interesting. Okay. I can dig it. So now the next one, yes, the next one gives you another 10. So they're all 10. Each one of these is 10 grace. So you're spending, now I have to spend double the money to get another 10. So let's do it. Let's spend 10 for 10. Is there a difference between buying in one click and the time versus bulk? I don't think so, Blimpy. It seems like the number it tells you is how much you're going to get. Because now we've got the first 2 ticks, and this one still says 10. This one still says 20. This one still says 30, 40. Dude, that is insane. Is it just doubling every time, it looks like? 20. No, not quite doubling. Interesting. Yeah, so it's giving you 10. Each one of these little diamonds gives you 10. That's what it comes down to. Salty says 10 per notch, I believe. Neospy says 10 per click. Yeah. So it's 10 per click. So this notch will give 10. This one will give 20, but it costs 55. So let's do this one here. Actually, no, we're gonna do another single click. Because I want to see what this next one would cost then. So this normally would cost us 55, but it should cost us 35 after. So let's do this for 20. I'm trying to see if there's a more efficient way to do it. So that one cost us 20. Yeah, now this costs 35. So it's the same. It doesn't matter if you do it all at once or not. It is an exponential increase, but I think it's by design. You know, if you're really, and you know, we don't know what's all going to be in the game. This could be planned to balance in the future. Maybe there's other ways that you're going to be able to get more gold from baronies, or, you know, something that's going to give you tons and tons of gold. I don't know, but it seems like from here up, kind of from this halfway point up, is not really made to be acquired. Nobody's going to spend 11,000 gold on Grace. Could I right now? Sure, I have 17, but I'm not going to. Could I spend 491,000 on Grace? No, absolutely not. Let's do how much we want to spend today. I will spend... I'm comfortable spending 935. I think after this point, it starts to get a little steep. 850, not terrible, but we're starting to get a little steep now. And this Grace will roll over, guys. So this gold that you're spending here, you're not just going to lose this Grace. This will carry over. Now be careful of bugs. This is a brand new system. There may be some bugs or something that will cause it to not carry over. I don't know. But where do I see how much Grace I have? 90. There it is right there. So we press T. We can see I have 90 Grace right now. General, Petra May, the ethereal pathway remaining since the reign of the papacy will bring you home. 1 hour cooldown and it's free. Summon my body. To each mind, one body, restore order to nature. Cast for free. Summon body, friend's body. Your draw of the affinity towards your fellow travelers and bring them to safety. So these are all free in here. Now we have crafting. Here's our alchemy +1, baking, carpentry, cooking and charcuterie, jewelry, tailoring, winemaking, brewing, armor, weapons, leatherworking, all of which cost 10 for an hour. So realistically, the average person may be able to get 4 to 5 of these in a day if they really want to. Maybe 6. So you can get like 6 hours of play, but it's gonna, God, you're gonna have to be grinding that gold, man, or get over to that third-party seller site and purchase some gold with some real money transaction. I don't condone that. I bring it up because I think it's important to know of. Uh-oh, we got a boss fight? I'm in. We got a boss fight on Tangia, guys. Everybody's gonna need to join. These guys are tough. If you don't have like 8 people, there's no way to kill them. Everybody on Tangia, join that dungeon. We have, oh, these cost 20 for gathering. Okay. Foraging yield, leather, mining, wood cutting. These cost 20. All the crafting ones are 10, all the gathering ones cost 20. Very interesting. Let me empty my inventory here. I'm going to get rid of this worldwide package because it's not actually going to go away. 10, 10, 10, 50, so 50, 60, 70, 80, and then I got 10 for logging in, so yeah, we have 90 grace. Let me put this stuff up really quick. What the hell? Finewood Beams changed their icon, guys. They look different now. Check that out. What else changed icons? That looks the same. That all looks the same. Let's see what else maybe changed some icons while we're here. Yeah, look at this. These are different. These are some changed icons. Charcoal looks a little different. These topazes even look a little different. Slightly. Oh yeah, look at that. Shingles. Different. Those look way different. Stone looks the same. Clay's the same. Those are all the same. Did any other UIs change? Looks a little more clean. There was a plus thing in the corner up here. I don't know what that was for in their videos. I thought maybe it was for pinning recipes, but... Ian says, how do you have 90? I bought it. I bought it. So if we come into right here, get more grace. That's what we were just going over. You can purchase more grace. So if I spend 850 gold, I can get another 10 grace. But yeah, you purchase it with gold. Where do you buy it with gold? Okay, so let me show you really quick. So if you press tab, you can get there from the grace menu at the top of the screen. Then you can purchase it there. Or if you press T and then press F or click get more grace right here, it'll open it up as well. That's how you can get in there to purchase more. Keep in mind, I'm going to advise that this is the sweet spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 is the sweet spot, honestly. Because to get another 10 now, that's going to cost almost... well, 850 gold. And if you just wait 16 hours, this will reset and I can get all of that again. So this first quarter chunk is really the one that's going to be the sweet spot. If you guys have any other questions or you want me to check anything else out, don't hesitate to ask. Let me know and I'll check it out for you guys. But I'm going to repair my... these are simple. I can't repair it here actually, can I? I need to repair my axe. I need another pickaxe or I need to repair mine. We only have basic benches here. I'm going to need to grab a pickaxe. Because I don't want to do my grace and then have it break. These are all private. You have a pickaxe, Ange? Oh, it defaults to zone, by the way, now. I do want to see the home animation now. I'm not actually going to cast it all the way, but let's see. Much better. Much, much better. I'm not actually going to do it, but that looks way better than... oh, and it plays a noise, too. Listen to that. It's pretty interesting. Whoops. I meant to do thank you. Asterisk. Thank you. Thank you, Ange. Iron Man, yourself home. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. It's way better than taking a crap, though, right? Okay, so let's get some stam in our belly. I got a little bit of a loop-de-loop I'm going to do here. I'm going to go buy the nodes first. This is what we want right here. We want stone. Monitor to see how quickly it wears out. Will do. All right, so we got our extra pick here. I'm going to start with the fresh pick. Let's put our Leo's blessing on us first, and then we'll do a little. Let's do a little blessing here and see how much we're going to be able to get. First, I want to test it to see how much we're getting without actually having it equipped or activated. The Grace buff doesn't work on pure iron yet. So we're getting 25 for the first node. Up to 37. So about like 15 to 25 per node. Let's go ahead, go into our Grace. No, not there. We need to go to the T menu, Gathering. And let's do Barbara's Minor Favor. So now we have the buff down here. You can see it for an hour. Let's see how much we get. Oh, it tells you 2 from Blessing, 2 from Blessing, 1 from Blessing. So we got 5 extra on that node alone. 3, 5, 7. 1, 1, 1. So it's kind of all over the place a little bit. Kind of a big range there. 2, 1, 2. I got a little bit of a loop here on some stone that I'm going to take care of. Gwydion says, I appreciate it shows the blessing, what you're gaining from the blessing at least. Yeah, no, it's really nice that you can see that. I was hoping the compass or minimap or something would come with this update, but I have a feeling that's not going to be too far off. I have my map marked with a bunch of nodes, so I'm going to be popping around to them. It's pretty damn nice, man. You get quite a bit. I mean, that's a nice increase. And this is just for stone. I mean, obviously there's much better things that you could use this on. But you bet your bottom dollar for the next hour I'm going to be collecting stone and other harvestables. Well, stone, like things that you mine at least. Because you definitely are going to want to maximize that. Especially with how expensive it can get to purchase. I'm going to be sucking up anything. Anything that's mineable, I'm going to grab. I feel like it's not bad. It's not a bad balance. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see tested with the Grace system, or any other questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, because I'm not going to make you watch me mine for an hour, but I want to know if there's any other things that you guys want to see with it. There's probably a bunch of other little small changes and things like icons that we already noticed that came out with this update as well. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled for all of that. But let me know what you guys think about this Grace update and what you want me to check out here while I go and mine a little bit. We're going to see how long it takes for us to fill our inventory with stone. It's not going to take long. Oh, Tourmaline got a new icon. Amber changed a slight color. Blizzard Stone changed a slight color. A lot of these slightly different hue on all of them. I'll get limestone as well. I think Starbuck needs some limestone. Oh, I left one. Oh yeah, these limestones take 4 hits. That's right. Wow, look at that. Off in the distance. Looks so good. Let's see. So we can come down this way a little bit here. It's a pretty good stone loop out here, to be honest. Limpy says, I guess, There is not a buff to guild drops. That would be a bit odd. Oh, gold drops? No, yeah, there's no gold drop increase. And these blessings, like, this doesn't increase... This isn't increasing the amount of gems I'm getting either. It's just the stone. You can tell because whenever I pick up anything else, I don't get any bonus from it. It's just the stone. Which I think is how it should be. Let's see how much copper we get. Oh wow, you get a lot more copper. Doubles it. It's just about doubling it. That's crazy. Yeah, well, I'm gonna suck all this up. I'm gonna just fill my bags with all things minables while I'm out here. You gotta maximize it. Don't want to waste that grace. Let's see how much tin we get. Yep, it doubles it. That is wild. It's just about every time it's doubling your output from these nodes. And remember, you can put multiple blessings on you at the same time if you want to. I don't think that's very efficient, though, to be honest. I think if you're putting multiple blessings on yourself, you're not going to have inventory space to be able to adequately make use of it to its fullest extent. So you're going to want to do one of these at a time, do that task for an hour. Because, like, look, I'm already full. I don't really need these two. Those are kind of meh. Let's fill our bags and we'll take this stuff back and we'll drop it off and then we'll continue on our little loop here. What the hell? Do these look bigger? This thing looks huge. That looks really, really big. My inventory's full. Shit. I don't need lizard stone. Okay, let me go drop this stuff off right here. I'm gonna get my full hour's worth out of this grace, that's for sure. Maven says, Gwydion, I was getting 18 to 20 something in town, now I'm getting 60 to 80. Holy crap, it's that big of a boost, Maven? Really? Is it seriously that big of a boost? That is really great news. That's probably even bigger. That's competing for first place of things that were fixed and added in this patch, to be honest. I mean, Grace, this is cool as hell, but like having that many more FPS, that is wild. Is it just me or are these nodes bigger too? This thing's huge. That is very, very substantial. Out here, there's not too much going on, so I mean, I have pretty decent frames as is. I have great frames, actually. I'm curious what happens when I go to town. So is there any performance impact by going in town now? Or is there no impact at all? Salty says, I see FPS change for sure. Hell yeah. That's really great news. I'm super happy to hear that. Everyone else in chat, let me know how your guys' cities are running. Are you guys noticing performance increases across the board as well? It sounds like that's a pretty universal thing. Sounds like everyone's having much better FPS. Mainframe, good on you. Really happy to have the optimizations. You definitely get, so with the ores you like double. You get a lot more with stone though too. Right there is a double. I got 2 and it gave me 2 additional. Oh no, wait. I think we're misinterpreting it. Let me find a node. I think it's being misinterpreted. It says 5 and then it says 1 from blessing. So you got 5, but one of those 5 was from blessing, right? Well, no, because then it wouldn't make sense, because then it would mean that the ones that are giving me ore are actually giving me nothing. Let's go find a node and see this again. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, over here I got my nodes marked. So here, watch this. This is copper. I got 2, but 2 of it was from blessing. I got 4, but 3 was from blessing. I got 1, and 1 was from blessing. I have a stack of 8. Oh, no, it is adding additional. It's just worded. It's a little confusing with the way it's worded, because you can watch it. It'll add the first number, and then it'll update with the next one as well. Watch. See how it does like a double bump? Where's it at? It'll go from 9 to like 12, and then it'll add like a 13 right on the end of it really quick. You'll notice it. Hold on, here we go. This is 10. 7. See, it went to 9 and then it went to 11. Because I got 4. So it is adding, it should say plus 2 from blessing. Plus 1 from blessing. Because when it says 6, 4 from blessing, it makes it sound like you only got 2 and the blessing gave you the additional 4. Salty, someone did say that it didn't work for pure iron. I've not tested that yet. Blimpy, there's a lot of icons that changed colors and stuff. The tourmalines changed. The emeralds even look a little bit different. The onyx looks different. The amber looks different. A lot of the resources did get new icons. Uh-oh, my chat's bugged. Rastlin says in-game, white ravens flee the bat when battle calls. Cowards hiding behind the stone walls. They prey on miners weak and small, but scatter like leaves when we stand tall. Could not agree more. Yeah, a lot of the icons, even limestone looks a little bit lighter as well. I don't want those two. More subdued in coloring, aka lighter, less bright of icons. I kind of like when the icons are bright. I mean, I think the whole game could use a little saturation uplift, but I think they're going for a more darker theme, so it works. But yeah, they definitely are a little bit brighter. Yeah, you can totally see it added in. It like updates it and then it updates it again really quick after. Salty says, well, I know not everyone is happy, but I think what we got this patch is pretty awesome. I mean, not everyone will, there will always be someone who's not happy with it. I, for one, I love this patch. I think this is great. I think it's a great addition. I think they did a really good job on it so far from what I can tell. I'm gonna run back to town, empty my inventory again. Yeah, I think this Grace is going to be a great addition to the game, and I can't wait to see how it's going to evolve going forward. I'm concerned that they say... I'm really kind of concerned that they say combat is going to have something done to it. I don't know exactly what that's going to mean with Grace, because... I just would like to... I just want to know what they're going to do with that, you know? At first they said there's going to be no combat implications, and now they say there's going to be. So I'm not too sure, but we'll see. John, how's it going? Welcome into the stream, buddy. We are testing out the Grace firsthand here. I still got 45 minutes of gathering. It's pretty substantial, though. I mean, look at how fast I filled that chest. I know I'm just dumping stuff right now. so I can get back out there because I'm trying to maximize. And I think that's going to be key. You're going to want to really maximize your grace that you're spending. Because how much grace do I have left? Oh, they need to put grace right here by your gold as well. But I have 70, so I spent 20 to get this hour of gathering buff. Let's go up here and grab some more nodes. Please, Lord, let me harvest flax faster. You can. Use the gathering. So if you press T, go to gathering, use right here. Saint Hugberth's, whatever the hell that guy's in, Baroth's minor favor, increased resource yield, 1 hour, cost you 20. But that will do all of your resource gathering. Right over here, there's always a ghost that guards this. Oh, hold on. I missed these. What is that? Oh, it's one of those weird shaped things. Man, the noises out here. Oh, wool changed as well. They changed a lot of the icons. EOTB says at Intersleuths, I will say the client feels way more snappy in responsiveness and actions and making items at benches, etc. Seems to be a bit faster as well. Let me get up here. Not time to make, but just overall item level thing. I mean, I like when things are responsive. It's one of the main reasons why I really like World of Warcraft so much, is its client is always super, super snappy. So hey, the more snappy they can make the client, the better for me. But yeah, you guys can see in the bottom right corner, if you're tuning in for the first time, you can see how much I'm gaining from this harvesting blessing. You're getting +2. Sometimes, in some cases, it's literally doubling your output. There it doubled it, there it doubled it, there it doubled it from that blessing. Doubled, doubled, doubled. So copper seems pretty consistent. Doubled it. Yup, doubled, and doubled again. Copper is almost like guaranteed to double your output. That one didn't quite double, but the other two did. Pretty consistently with copper getting doubled. They changed apples into oranges? Wait, what? Did they really? Do apples look different? I know a lot of the icons changed. So I did hear one report that a certain harvestable, you used to get like 4 or 5 when you'd harvest it. Now you get like 1 or 2, and you use the blessing and then you get 4 and 5 again. So I think they did rebalance all at the same time. So don't be disappointed if you go to check a harvestable and you notice that you're getting a lot less than you used to before, and now the blessing's taking you back to baseline. It must have been that those resources were not supposed to be in such high quality, because they also, or quantity I mean, because they did rebalance things as well. Keep that in mind. YouTube says, I think apples look a lot better, like a golden delicious type. I'll have to check those out. I want to see all the different icon changes. But right now I'm on a mission to absolutely maximize the output from my grace. And it seems to be working. Normally I could do this whole loop without filling my... Well, you could get pretty close, but it'd all be stone. I would just be targeting the stone. Now I'm targeting everything just because I have the bonus. Might as well, you know. Let's go turn this stuff in and keep on mining. John says, didn't even look at grace. Do you get like an hour worth a day? You get as much as you can afford per day. So you start off, you get 10 grace, which lets you get 1 production bonus from crafting, because these cost 10. But you'll need to purchase or wait 2 days in order to get a gathering bonus, because these cost 20. You get 10 for logging in, and then you can purchase. The first couple purchases are minuscule. You can get like, the first one is 5, the next one's 10, then it's like 15 or 20 or something. So it's not very expensive at you know, in the beginning, but it will get more expensive for sure. And then you get an hour of the buff. So you'll pick which blessing you want, you spend the grace. Blimpy says, need a grace inventory boost. We were actually talking about that last night. Someone actually had mentioned that too. That would be pretty interesting. Maybe it could increase your carry capacity for a short while or something. I don't know how they would balance it, because then how would you put that back into a chest? You'd have to unsplit it when you put it into a chest or something. But that would be pretty interesting. Does it affect picking these up? It does! I'm not even mining, but I'm harvesting the rocks off the ground, and it gives you more. Look at that. That's almost even more efficient. Holy shnikes. If you're looking for stone, I mean, look, I already got 34 stone just off the ground. Normally you get like 1 or 2 from those piles, or 1. That is insane. I had 34. And now I have 60. I got more off the ground from that 1 pile than I did from busting this node. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but that's pretty crazy. My pick's almost half gone. Saracen says, now drop the stone and pick it up to see if it's broken. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's get these things out of here first. Here's 7 stone on the ground. Nope, not broken. Good call. Yeah, it says 14, but it's not. I didn't actually get 14, it just picked the same 7 up. Good call, though. Also, welcome into the stream. Great to see you. EOTB says, good way to see a lot of icon, or good to see a lot of the icon changes. It's still a bunch of items in your Redeemer queue. Oh, yeah, if I have the icons in there, I can check them. Or if I have the items in there, I can check them. 100%, yeah, I'll definitely do that. John says, I'm all for grace. I was thinking it would allow you to change your respawn point. I think eventually you will be able to teleport to the Stellas and not just to the Petridae, because now when you press T, it takes you in here to General and you have Petrame, and there's a spot here. When you click it, it does nothing, but it makes a weird noise. So I think that's going to be for going to a Stella or other form of fast travel. If you guys are trying to get stone, I wonder if this works for clay. Can someone confirm or deny if picking up clay gets increased by the mining boost? Because it's letting me pick up stone off the ground and it's increasing it by a crap ton. Salty with the 3rd out of 5 super chats towards our goal says, I wonder if that would work for mining groups. Have people mine ore in PvP with full bags or something with the buff to suck up with bonus? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. It'd be worth testing to see if it's an oversight, but I don't think that would work. He's saying have people with full bags so that way when you mine, the ore drops on the ground. But I think it happens at the point of... Oh, wait, I see what you're saying. maybe this isn't what you meant, but let's say only a couple people have the buff and they have full bags, so the stuff is dropping on the ground. And let's say my bags were full right now. If I hit this and it says, you know, +5 from Grace, it's gonna drop that extra 5 on the ground because that would have gone in my inventory. So you could have a few people who actually have the mining buff once they fix it for steel, that is. And yeah, that would be a more efficient way, actually. That's a good idea. Thank you for the super chat, Salty. Really appreciate you, brother. John with the 4th out of 5 super chats for this stream says, hope to see everyone later. Absolutely. 100%. In a couple days, John, mark your calendar. We have the Festival of Realms. Hope to see you there. It's going to be a pretty fun event. Got a bunch of different events planned, or little excursion things planned for people to partake in. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm kind of blown away with how quickly you fill your bags. Let's just make sure that this doesn't work for rye. Yep, it's not working for rye. There's a ghost right there. He's a bit of a jackass. Oh man, he was just too far away. He's gonna do his triple hit. Bang. Oh no, one more. Is it just me? Or do these dudes attack faster? They seem to swing a lot faster, huh? I'm gonna loot him just to see what he drops. Normal shit. I'll keep the crystal. Normal shit getting dropped. Salty, thank you for the final super chat of our goal. Salty says, and 5 super chats. More super chats than the Ravens have PvP wins. Thank you, Salty. Appreciate you, brother. Sirison, sorry about that. Sirison says it doesn't work with pure iron. That's the reports that we've gotten, that I've heard from people. I don't know if it's true or not. But that is what I've heard from people who have gone to test it. Ryan says, absolutely, the best way to mine and chop, just have designated gatherers and go bananas. Yes, I like that 100%. I think that's the best way to do it. That way you don't have to make trips back and forth. And if you're going to do it by yourself, at least have the efficiency of your base nearby so you can go and drop stuff off. But yeah, I think have 2 people with a tree cutting bonus and just clear a forest and have people run it back and forth. That's the way to do it, 100%. I agree. Wonder if we'll get a major buff. Or I wonder if you will need a major buff to get higher tiers. Jade, I think what they mean by, like, this is the minor blessing, I think there will be a major blessing which will have an increase. You know, maybe it'll give you 2 skills on your skill tree or something as opposed to the 1. And maybe for harvesting, it gives you a little extra resources. Something like that. This is going pretty good so far, though, if I'm being honest. I mean, I think you get probably a little bit too much for picking it up off the ground, but then again, it's stone. Give us more from the granite deposits. And leave the ground the same, because look at this. I mean, that's so much from the blessing from picking these up off the ground. That's crazy. It's almost more efficient to just gather it off the ground if you know where all the little piles are. Picking up one of them off the ground is equivalent to about 1 hit on a stone, it looks like. Or close to, honestly. I'm going to check if it works on flint here in a second as well. John says, we'll have to see how you beat that ghost, mostly blocking with a shield. Just stab him in the face, really. It does work for flint, guys. It does indeed work for flint. Just basically stab the ghost in the face. You shouldn't have much trouble with him, to be honest. Get a shield bash off. Get a couple good hits. Make sure you're not missing out on your 4th strike with a spear or your power attack with your weapons, because when I swing with a spear, it's 1, 2, 3 power attack. 1, 2, 3 power attack. So the spear is faster, but if you don't do the 4th hit, you're not going to get that giant bonus damage. So make sure you're getting that bonus damage in would be my advice. Shield bash, use your spear attack or whatever your special attack is, or another stun, or an extra bonus damage attack. But the ghosts aren't too bad, to be honest. I'm digging this Grace, though. I still have a half hour. I'm only halfway through my bonus, and this is pretty good stuff. I'm probably going to have to start to travel, because I don't think these have respawned fast enough yet. Tizzy! How's it going, Tizzy? Welcome into the stream, man. I hope you are having a great day. Tizzy says, I get more clay with the gathering plant buff? Really? So the plant buff is giving clay? That's strange. I don't know if that's intended. That's pretty strange. I would think the mining one, because it's working for flint and stuff, would give you more from clay. You guys can see my little building project going on here. Filling up chests like crazy. Tizzy says, strange indeed. To says, good to know, Tizzy. Yeah, that is really good to know. So if you guys have the herbalism one on, go and get clay, because we need a lot of clay. Anyone who's gathering clay... Wait. It would work the same too. So if you're picking stuff up off the ground, let's say my inventory's full, and I go to pick up a node off the ground, like the little hand-picked up ones, like clay and stuff, it's going to drop the extra in the pile. So even if you're harvesting clay, just run and click the nodes, and it'll go from a node on the ground onto a pile that's from your inventory on the ground. And then people can walk behind you and pick it up. I mean, they need to think about that. They should say if something gets dropped on the ground, it doesn't go in your inventory. But even then, the way around it would just be you pick up a bunch and then you drop it on the ground, and then people come walk behind you to get it to pick it up, and then they would still get the bonus. So there's still going to be a loophole to it no matter what. But yeah, that's going to work with ground harvestables as well. Very interesting interactions there. I hope you guys, let me know what you guys think about this little hybrid stream here. Do you guys like this method of go over patch notes, go over the stuff, do the podcast, and then transition over into actually showing what it equates to in-game? Is that something you guys enjoy, or do you prefer more of just the only show us the patch notes and talk about it type podcast? Let me know what you guys think about this format. I'm really curious to know. I'm going to have to expand my horizons to go find some more nodes, because I think all of these are going to have been harvested now. Get pickaxed, Badger. I'm just going to be testing random stuff like this just to see. It shouldn't give me extra herbalism and stuff, but after hearing how the clay's acting... What about sticks on the ground? Nope, that doesn't. Okay, that's good. I think up in the Ghostlands is where it's going to be most of the nodes to harvest. Oh, here's some. I'm going to mark my map over here. Tizzy says sticks on the ground also with harvestable stuff. Okay, interesting. Will you test flint? Test flint and test stone for me with that. Poor doggo. Yeah, but test those things too. Niece not... Oh, you tried it? Okay, yeah. So you don't get the niece from it. You don't get bonus niece. That's interesting. That's how it should be, to be honest. But I'm surprised at some of the other harvestables. I guess maybe because it's called the gatherers or whatever. Technically you're gathering sticks, so you're getting a bonus from it. I'm going to put another one here just because there's so many nodes. John says, the issue I would have with food resources versus mining is just trying to find how many strawberry nodes in an hour. They aren't usually together. Well, that's why you'd have to like really mark your map. I mean, you could see my map. I have all these nodes marked so I can have direction. I am in the Foglands though, which makes it a little more confusing. But if you mark your map, you can go straight to them and maximize a route. There's definitely a way to min-max it for sure. But so far, really good update, mainframe. I think this is pretty damn good, especially when you consider all the fixes that came along with it as well. Tons and tons of bug fixes. The performance increase alone should make so many people so happy and have made this patch worth the wait. I'm looking forward to the next patch. It's weird that this patch came out on a Thursday. Does that mean we're also going to get something on Friday tomorrow as well? I don't know. But I'm really happy to have the performance increase. Really, really happy. Honestly, it's probably going to be the star of the show, if I'm being honest. But yeah, John, I would advise mark your map. So that way you know exactly where all the nodes and stuff are that you're going to be looking for, and then you can just go on your route and have someone come with you who's just picking stuff up behind you who didn't pay any grace. Let's go find some more stone. Maven says, I would not anticipate another update tomorrow on the heels of this. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see, but they normally do their stuff on the Friday. Maybe they just did it one day early for some reason. Maybe they're trying to get off the Friday schedule. Hey, I'm okay with the patches coming earlier. It doesn't have to be on Friday for me. This is a good spot. This is getting marked. But everyone in Blood Brothers, let's try and maximize on our grace. I know everyone's messing around with it right now to test it out. Let's try and maximize on it. Let's try that clear the forest with 2 axe cutters. Fill your inventories. And then have several people just running behind you, picking the stuff up and running it into chests. Let's see how efficient we can get with it just to push the limits. Maybe that's maybe they didn't think about that and we need to let them know about it too. I don't know. I don't really see that as being a bad thing though, to be honest. I still have 21 minutes of my grace here. I'm going to make sure and monitor that it does indeed fall off properly. But so far, so good. I'm digging it. Got some ghosts right over here, but I'm going to mark my map because there is indeed a mining node here. Blimpy says, did we confirm that it drops the bonus on the ground when your bags are full? I don't see why it wouldn't, but I did not, like, actually fully test it yet. Because you're getting the bonus at the time of harvest. I gotta be careful, I don't have a lot of food in my stomach. Just looting them to check their drops, standard stuff. So you're getting the bonus at the time of harvest, so I would imagine it would work where it just drops it on the ground. But we'll have to definitely test that out and make sure that it's functioning as intended. Or, you know, I don't know if that's intended or not, but we'll have to figure that out and see if it is intended. My concerns still remain the same, though, with purchasing it with gold and the daily login bonus not being a very engaging... Holy freaking sunlight. Not being a very engaging method to earn it. Those are still concerns of mine. That's not really going to change. Hopefully they can come up with some more in-depth way where you actually earn it through gameplay and it's not just a arbitrary login daily bonus. The gold thing, I don't see it changing anytime soon. I think that that's what they're going to be going with. And it's just a little unfortunate that that is subject to real money transactions, because it basically allows you to progress much, much faster than your counterparts. Or, you know, if it's PvP and your blacksmiths aren't able to level up as fast because someone else is just dumping more money into the system from their wallet, it's just not ideal, in my opinion, honestly. And that concern's going to remain, and I'm going to keep having bringing it up unless there's a solution or something that changes with it. I think I'm pretty fair in my assessment, though. I don't like pay to win. I don't like microtransactions. I don't like anything like that, pretty much, where you can manipulate the game outside of the game. I think that it's best kept in-house. Now, sure, could you pay somebody to play your account for you? Absolutely. You can pay somebody to just log onto your account and go do the stuff for you. So that's never really going to change. But at least you have to step off the deep end as opposed to taking just a little bit of a plunge to go to a site and purchase something. It's a lot less risk. Logging into your account, there's a lot more risk on that. And it's going to be a deterrent in and of itself from people wanting to allow somebody to do that. So real money transactions aren't really going to go anywhere in games like this, but they can mitigate it by not having it be so easy to do. And I don't promote real money transactions. I don't do any of that crap. I think that is all really, really bad for the game. But it is a concern. Blimpy says, well, they might have thought of that. This looks great, though. Will help a lot. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to mess around with this, you know, and it being a bonus to the stuff that you're acquiring anyways. Like, I need to go and get this. It just makes the game a little more enjoyable. It's a little more respectful of your time, you know? You get to turn some of your gold into grace and then get a bigger output on your stone harvesting. I'm all for it. Any other questions, comments, concerns about grace or anything else that we talked about today, guys? Because this, again, is an episode of PaxCast. So first and foremost, we're talking about the news and happenings. But let me know if there's any other questions, comments, concerns you guys have. I'd like to answer all your questions. If there's anything you want to see about the grace system while I'm still here streaming, let me know, and I'll do my best to show it to you. Other than that, I'm going to fill up my inventory here, and I'm going to use these last 15 minutes as much as I can to really maximize my output. Okay, let's go run this back. Because we're full up. But yeah, having someone follow behind you and pick up the droppings, that's going to be way more efficient. Let's just say hypothetically it doesn't drop them on the ground. The bonus. It's still going to be good though, because I could wait till my inventory is 3/4 full and then empty out, and they pick up the stuff. They pick up the stuff that I emptied out. So you're still going to get that bonus from it either way, regardless. Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh, okay, I caught a ledge. We're good. We're good. I want to test if they fixed the walking and healing bug. Nope, you can still walk and cast AoE spells. I don't know if that's intended or not, but nevertheless, you can still do it. We got a tangent coming in.
Time to overprice my market stall. Grace
Exactly.
gold worth something.
Exactly. 100%. Yep, it did add a value to gold, that's for sure. All right, let's go hit it again. Let's go see what we can find. Athena, how's it going? Welcome into the stream. Athena says, just to report my lord, Lord Eisenhorn and I used Grace to collect wrought iron. Oh, very nice. Very good. So it sounds like it works on everything besides steel. Maybe that's intentional. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. And thank you for letting me know that, Athena. Chris, how's it going? Chris says, also not a fan of purchasing Grace with gold, but they kinda painted themselves into a corner. They need some sort of gold sink in the game, and there are limited options available to use for that. See, but that's the thing. That's where good developers are really going to shine, because a good developer can always come up with a unique and engaging system for players to interact with their game in. And I'm not saying Mainframe's bad developers. I got faith in them. I do. I think that they're doing pretty good work. I think sometimes their development can seem a little slow, but I think that that's really where you can set yourself apart in the gaming scene, in the development scene, is when you can come up with systems that really truly are engaging and shine through, and they're not just, well, this was the easy option. Uh-oh. We got an old boar coming in here. Yeah, so you don't want to miss that fourth hit. It's too big. Athena says, I'm off to have dinner. Have fun. Thank you, Athena. Enjoy your dinner. We'll see you a little bit later. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you. But yeah, Chris, I agree. I think that they can come up with a more unique way to make it a little more engaging to earn the grace. I'd like to do something in-game. I'd like to gain their favor through some in-game mechanic and not just, you know, what if you're not combat-oriented at all? What if you don't go and fight, thus you don't get any gold? Because that's the only way to get gold, is to go and fight. Or sell things, I suppose, at your market stalls. But the real way that gold is being printed in the economy is by going and killing mobs. So what if you're not combat-oriented? Well, you're kind of out of luck, right? So I'd like to see that change over to something that's a little more engaging. Something that thinks about all players, different avenues to go and engage in the game and do different things in order to earn that grace. But it's really great to see you, Chris. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Make sure you mark your calendars, guys, for the Festival of Realms coming up on the 25th in just 2 short days. It's going to take place in Bloodhaven. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or how to get to Bloodhaven in Western Tremen, join our Discord. Type !Discord in chat now. That'll give you a link over to the Cheeky Buggers United community Discord server. That's where we all hang out. We play all kinds of games together, and we have all kinds of fun. You can meet a bunch of really great people over there. If you guys would like to join the Order of the Blood Brothers because you want to have fun in PvP and you want to have the camaraderie and you want to take that blood oath, go to our website, www.cheekybugger.net, where you can submit your very own application, or you can type !Website in chat now. Brandon, thank you for the subscription. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. We're getting closer to our 2,000 subscriber goal. We're absolutely flying past 1,000 subscribers. We're pushing up on 1,200 now. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the support. Really appreciate your subscription, Brandon. Hope you're liking the Grace update. This is kind of a hybrid, unique podcast. Normally I just do the news, but I really wanted to hop in here at the end and show you guys firsthand what it actually equates to in-game. So let me know what you guys think about this. We're doing a giveaway this month. If you want a chance to win a free copy of PAX Day, have some more plots for yourself, give the copy of it to a friend or a family member, whatever it may be. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and go and leave comments on any of my uploads. Just go to any of my uploads, leave a comment, boom, you get an entry. It's as easy as that. Let's go drop this material off. I misspoke. It's any of my content during the month of January. Sorry. I got a little distracted. But yeah, any of my content during the month of January, if you leave a comment on it, you'll have 48 hours. Ouch, that hurt. You'll have 48 hours to claim. Once we do the drawing, we'll do the drawing at the end of the month, beginning of next month. We'll do it live. You'll be able to see who actually won the giveaway on the channel. But yeah, if you guys want to join our community, you don't have to join the Order of the Blood Brothers. You could just head over to our Discord and partake in all the fun conversations about any game. But if you do become a member, you get access to any private servers we host in the future. You get access to any clans and guilds for any games that we partake in, all that good stuff. You get a lot of perks that go along with that. Chris says, yeah, there's a ton of different things they can do to generate grace. I'm just not sure what they can do to take gold out of the economy to balance. Well, they already have kind of a small gold sink. They charge you a tax whenever you list something, but there is a way around that by using a chest and just doing the transactions yourself. But there is a small gold sink there. I think maybe they could start to transition over, or maybe give you the option to pay for your property upkeep with gold for people who don't want to pay a subscription. I think that would be a viable option. I think there's a lot of different things they could do that could be good methods. I need more chests to dump stuff in. Oh, we got a lot of bricks. Oh, we got a lot of bricks. We're going to be able to do a lot of building here pretty soon, guys. We're working on a little bit of a... It's not really a secret, but we're working on a little bit of an under the radar build we got going on here. And it's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate everyone coming out to help us with materials. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to need a lot more plots, but we're building something pretty cool that I think is going to be a lot of fun. Something we've wanted to do for quite some time, but we've just always been a hamlet. But we got something interesting in the works, and I hope you guys are really going to like it. But come on out to the Festival of Realms. Tell your friends. Everyone's welcome to come out. It's going to be 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to gather in Bloodhaven. I got a lot of fun events ready to go. It's going to make my life easier because I can actually copy-paste text into chat now. But this is the Grace Update. The Market Update Part 2, I think is what they're calling it, but I'm calling it the Grace Update. This has been pretty damn fun to experience. I cannot wait to see all the little nuances that go along with it, test it out inside and out. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. We're nearing the end, so any future comments, questions, concerns, you can put it in the comments section if you missed the live, and I will get to them. I get to almost every single comment on the channel. But we're going to continue to fire back against the White Ravens in PvP. We're going to continue to put them in the mud with our allies at the Bastion Concord. Make sure you check out our PvP video. Really, really cool video. If you guys would like to join the Bastion Concord and raise your swords and be the shield that will protect the free and innocent in all of Gallia, come on down to Bloodhaven and let's make an alliance. Let's get you on the Bastion Concord. Brian says, I like the split streams for updates and patches, though the changes and then seeing them in game is a nice flow. So +1 for this. Okay, yeah, so you're liking the hopping and showing you. Now, I don't always have the opportunity to do that, keep in mind, because sometimes they'll just release patch notes and then it's like the next day or something that the actual gameplay will come out. So I won't always be able to do it, and sometimes we have just update videos where they're just telling us stuff about it, but for ones when there's patch notes, I'll try to do more of these where we're actually getting in game. Because, people in the future who are watching these just for the content update, they just want to know the update, they can tune out after halfway through, and they can, once it's a video, they don't have to watch all the way through. They can skip the actual gameplay part if they're not interested in that. Although I think it gives some good context, and it allows for more interesting dialogue as well, because you're actually getting to see it and experience it. So I think it works pretty well. I agree with you, Ryan. I'm glad that you like it. But that's going to do it for this stream, guys. I haven't really eaten yet today. I got up and came on here to go over all this stuff with you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this stream. If you did, please consider clicking the like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Help us reach that next subscriber goal. Thank you to all the channel members out there. If you guys would like to become a channel member yourself and support the channel, you can click that join button down below. But I really appreciate all of you guys. You're the reason why I'm able to bring this news to you guys as fast as I am, and be independent and honest in all things. So thank you all for all the support. I really appreciate you. UTB says, thank you for sticking with it and providing all the update info. Absolutely, guys. I'm here for the long haul, and I have built up a really great community with you guys, and I hope you're enjoying the community over at Cheeky Buggers United as well. It's a really great place to hang out, guys. Really consider coming over there and hanging out with us. We do a lot of fun events. There's always something going on in the Order of the Blood Brothers. We do dungeon runs like pretty much daily. We're out doing harvesting runs daily with groups. We're out doing PvP pretty much daily with groups. We're popping out in all types of content in the game. So if you want a fun clan to hang out with, if you want to be a part of the biggest clan in PAX Day, come and hang out with the Order of the Blood Brothers. Get that application in early. We get large influxes around big patches, so get your applications in early. Come and hang out with us. And I love to try and help people have as much fun as possible in-game. That's really the goal of our clan, is to work together and enhance the way you're playing the game so you can enjoy it more. You won't have to have as much of a struggle. We use teamwork to make the dream work. We help each other out in every single aspect of the game. That is what Blood Brothers is all about. XU says, thank you for all you do, Void. Keep up the great work. Thank you, XU. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, guys. Neither is the Order of the Blood Brothers. We're going to continue to grow, continue to be that beacon of light in the night, and show people that there's a better way to play PAX Day, and that's through camaraderie. You don't have to be alone in this world. That's one of my favorite things to tell people is, once you join the Order of the Blood Brothers, you'll never be alone again, unless you want to. You can just choose to be out in the woods and be a hermit. That's perfectly acceptable, but it would be a choice at that point. So come join our Discord, join all the things, have some fun, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now, guys.